BlueIvy's life might look super appealing from the outside, but the reality behind the star-studded life will actually shock you to the core. It's not easy being the eldest daughter of the biggest pop phenomenon of the 21st century. Is keeping up with Beyoncé's expectations getting a bit too much for the little kid to handle? Join us as we take a deep dive into the mother-daughter dynamic and unveil everything about this bond that makes it rather complex. Who would you expect to make subtle appearances in her parents' songs if not for their firstborn? From turning into her very first cry into a song and dedicating her entire album to her, Beyoncé and Jay-Z has showcased their love for their eldest child time and time again in a million different adorable ways. Her parents, being global superstars, did have a huge role to play in the 11-year-old stardom, but it's impossible to deny the fact that Blue happens to be exceptionally talented too. She can take up a stage like no other and make professional dancers pale in comparison. When Blue's wreaking havoc in front of millions, you bet nothing's gonna come in her way, not even stage fright. When it comes to talking about this little superstar's public appearances, it's hard denying the unbeatable chemistry she shares with her mother, Beyoncé. From rocking matching outfits on Halloween to holding each other's guards on stage, the world can't get enough of the wholesomeness exuding from their bond. She's often been referred to as the second Queen Bee, and has been called her parents' friend more than their daughter on multiple occasions. I mean, you can't just go on and rock your mother's first live show in 4 years if you weren't filled to the brink with exuberant talent and a true passion for dancing, right? But the question here is, does being her parents' constant emotional support take a toll on her? Does she enjoy this dynamic or dreams of wrapping things up to live a peaceful life away from the hustle and bustle of the paparazzi? There's no denying the fact that Beyoncé and Blue often tend to navigate their relationship with a hint of authenticity and grace. Beyoncé's constant efforts to empower Blue, whether it be honoring her with the feature music videos or making her a co-writer in a Grammy-winning track, having instilled a unique kind of charisma and confidence in the young budding talent. No matter how healthy the relationship appears from the outside, pushing your child's career to the front lines even before she's a teenager is bound to raise some eyebrows. Fans are starting to suspect that there might be a sinister hint of mistreatment in what looks like a nurturing and loving bond from the outside. Let's get it straight, guys. Performing in front of 80,000 people while leading a troupe of dancing veterans without letting off an air of nervousness is truly exceptional. And while millions around the globe praise Blue for her amazing confidence, she couldn't hide away from the overwhelming amount of number of negative trolls directed her way. She was criticized for not being flexible enough and having a stiff demeanor throughout her performances. Taking these things into account, it does look like the child has already got a lot on her plate even before stepping into the hormonally ranging years of teenage. Blue's spotlight is all thanks to her parents, and while the world of stardom is quite rewarding and can also be quite tough to deal with, the hypersexualized comments made about her body should be enough for Beyoncé to pull the trigger on Blue's public appearances for a while, don't you think? Then why is she pushing the child to launch her career right off the bat when she could have just waited a few years and let the youngin' enjoy her childhood? It looks like Beyoncé is trying to turn the richest and the most popular kid on this planet into a business deal, from making her learn 4 languages at the mere age of 2 to having a jam-packed schedule and balancing school sideways. When does this girl get time out for herself? When you've got contractors at your every tail every hour of your day, who are you supposed to take a step back and make childhood memory? On top of that, adding the backlash this kid gets for being a nepo baby, and you got yourself a recipe for disaster. With literally every one of her moves sparkling discussion, it's quite easy for this child to walk straight into a minefield of challenging mental health issues, and it seems like her parents' strategy to divert negative attention from her is by embellishing her life with luxuries. While that might seem like a privilege to many, we can't help but imagine how much resentment she's holding back in her heart for not getting to live a normal life. Is there a soft spot for her to land on, or will her life be punctuated by the turmoil of being famous? What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. And with that, we reached the end of the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.